We're at first going to analyze University of Arkansas data set on Tyson Foods. So this is a very large, or the largest manufacturer in the U.S. of protein products like chicken, beef, pork, and it also manufactures specialty sauces, ethnic foods, and it does it under its own brand name or under quite a number of third-party brand names as well. So what we need to do at first is to log in into the data set. So we have already run the SAP login program, and we have this University of Arkansas data logon information done here already, but we're going to use and recreate it from the scratch this time. So what we did was we clicked on variable logon, and we'll click that next on the first window and enter a couple of indicators. First is application server is sapprt.walton.uark.edu. So that's the application server. The instance number we should use is 01, and the system ID is capital letters WBI. So this is what we enter here, and we can click on log on right away. Now what happens is it prompts us for a username and password. Make sure that wherever you're prompted, this client that you'll be using is 200. So my username is ES76979, yours is another number, and now I'll enter my password. And I'll press enter, and I've logged on. Now let's start with the first analysis, which is ABC analysis. In ABC analysis, we are looking into the fact that usually around 80% of our revenue is created by 20% of clients. So this 80-20 rule will just confirm it with this analysis. And the first thing we have to do is this menu here that lets us access a number of features has enhanced analytics in it. So what I'm doing is I'm mouse clicking, and then I'm just pressing on arrow right. So here it is. It opened up a number of things for me, and the first thing I want to create is a data mining model. So I'll click on that, and I'll do a right click and then choose data mining models. So it will be the same default choice, so I could have just as well just pressed enter on it. And now the first thing in data mining models, so there are always two parts. Let me go briefly back and show you that the other part we're going to use in a second is the model, the analysis process. So there are always like two parts working hand in hand. And since the ABC analysis is a further analysis, I'm clicking on that, clicking on right arrow, going in there. And now there are a bunch of ABC classifications created in this University of Arkansas dataset already. So what I do is I right click here and choose create model. I have a right click under my keyboard key, so that's why it works this way. So the first thing I'll enter is model name. Let's make all our models in this video, in this set of videos, start with the same name. So I'll do it this way: a capital W and winter ABC model, and I'll just put a number 1 in there just in case as well. And I'll put the same name into the description box. So I'll know I can fetch them from, there's going to be some places where there are a huge number of models, so I'll be able to fetch them from where the letter W is. And it's a manual creation of a model, and then I'll just click a checkbox, and I'll be ready to go. So now, first of all, in here, the upper part pertains to running the model. We'll turn back to those buttons in a second. There's the name, there's the description. It's under revision, so it's not ready yet. We'll see this changing later on. And there are other fields that we're using. I'm going to click on plus and put in here something called KUN. I'm switching to capital letters now. WE, which is a customer number. So I already know that it's contained in the database under this name. This is the name I'll be using here in this application, the info object, which I'm going to name also as Kanwi. actually has to really be contained in the database. So you see when I click top after entering Conway the second time, it automatically filled in that it's a character field with a length of 15. So that's how our customers are numbered. Now, this checks already from the University of Arkansas databases. Now, I'll have to tell it by clicking up here that it's the classified object. So customers are the ones that are classified. And then I'll put a plus here, and I'll set it to be VV102. So I know that this is revenue. I'm naming it the same way as it was in the database. So it's VV102 in the database as well. And you see it's an integer with length 4. Integer is without comma places, so it's a full digit. And now I'm choosing that this is the classification criterion. So we're classifying customers according to revenue. The next, I'll go to parameters, and as you see, there are a few choices available. So we're going to select the one that has already been selected, cumulated percentage of classification criterion. So what we're interested in is we're interested in where does the we're interested in classifying the first 80% of revenue into one class and then the next 20% into another. So we do like this. We press A here for class name, and it's a single character. So that's as short as it should be. Now from 0 to 80%, and we'll select from here open. So now we say that the first 80% is classified as A, and then I'll say that the remaining objects will be classified as B. So there are only two classes, the most important class giving us 80% of the revenue and the rest. Now it's time to run this model a little, so I'm clicking up here. So what happens is it does a bunch of things, finds no inconsistencies, does internal activation, so forth. So a lot of things have been done by now, and it says that everything is okay. Now, and it shows that the model is active. The next thing is to go up and to the other portion of the model creation. So I'm gonna click here. As you can see, this has a exit, which is also Shift F3 signed to it. I'm going to go back here where I did my ABC classification on Data Mining Workbench. I'm going to go up one more step, and now into the modeling the analysis process. I right click and I'm entering it. So this is the second part.